Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I am Mick Alfany. Okay, so we're gonna begin here with this article titled "Ripple Case May Have Just Exposed SEC Shortcomings as XRP Outlook Flips to Super Bullish." I told you, listen, once we get a little bit closer to the ending of this case, I think a lot of people who jumped out of XRP, and this is just logical, I think a lot of people who jumped out of XRP, mostly because of safety, they didn't really know what was going to happen with the case, and they were just protecting themselves. It's completely understandable, but I think a lot of them will jump back in. And there were so many people that left. And I think the same thing will happen with XLM. Once that price starts going up, I think there's going to be a massive FOMO for those two bank coins, in my humble opinion. A lot of people are going to come back in. And you have regular retail that's going to come back in, small businesses that will come back in, large businesses that will come back in. So it's a combination of all of these different individuals and entities. And yes, that price is going to go up. Yes. Now, is it such a meteoric rise that we're looking for? No. But will it be very, very healthy? Absolutely. Will people take healthy profits, in my humble opinion? Absolutely. So it's going to be an exciting time. And so I think that's what you're seeing here now, that they're saying that individuals are becoming super bullish. Yeah, of course. Because, and it's not just now, like the SEC has just been exposed. No, they've been exposed over such a long period of time. There's been so much evidence that people are becoming more and more confident and able to say, hey, yes, we believe 100% or we believe with great certainty that Ripple will win this case. And that says a lot, because there's been constant FUD, even up to today, constant FUD, trying to shake people out of XRP, trying to get people to sell their XRP, saying bad things about Ripple and XRP, constant FUD in the face of all of that. Still, because of so much, this tells you how bad the SEC is doing, because of so much evidence, that the SEC is doing a terrible job and has done a great deal of wrong to the individuals that are in the crypto sphere overall. Now people are becoming super bullish on XRP. So let's just read this little tidbit here. It's another good day. Everything's going very well. Hey, I hope everybody's doing good out there. Are you maintaining your health? Are you stretching? Are you lifting weights? Of course, you're talking to a medical professional. Of course, if you're going to be doing things like that, stay safe. I am not a medical professional, but are you drinking enough water? All right. Multivitamins, keep your body healthy, keep your mind healthy. This is going to help us to operate at our optimal ability. And if you can operate at your optimal ability, both mentally and physically, then obviously you can live life much better. And also you can make more money. You'll be able to think more clearly about trades that you want to make, investments you want to make. So health is of great importance. Well, let's read this little tidbit here. All right. I like to make sure I'm taking care of my people out there, right? Looking after everybody. We're sort of like a family here on this channel, but let's continue here. Ripple Labs appears to be seeing the bright side of the ongoing lawsuit with the Securities and Exchange Commission. The case has lingered for almost 2 years and is reaching a breakthrough point. Yes. Well, first of all, the judge said that she manipulated the calendar so it could possibly force the case to be over by the end of this year. But because of the manipulations of the SEC, we've heard, I believe it was Attorney Deaton say that it most likely will be over but by next March of next year, which also seems highly possible. The case has, let's continue here. It says, additionally, it has uncovered the SEC's failings and influenced several desperate moves from the agency. As the suit appears to be tilting in the favor of Ripple, proponents envision a positive impact on XRP's price should the firm win. I believe that they will. XRP outlook has changed from bearish to bullish. Taking to Twitter, one of such proponents, David Gokhshtein, founder of a blockchain media platform, Gokhshtein Media, shared his opinion. Gokhshtein highlighted the importance of the lawsuit on Ripple and XRP's price movement. Quote, I believe XRP will pop when they settle or win their case against the SEC. I agree. There's a great possibility of that. Now, there's no guarantees in anything, but I believe there's a great possibility of that. Not only that, I hate to reiterate things, but we have to always pull in other puzzle pieces so we can get a greater picture of what's to come. Always keep in mind what the head of SBI Africa said. there is a ton of legacy system money on the side waiting to jump in when there is a positive outcome to the case. That is also, I take that into account. That also will make the price explode, theoretically speaking. And if it happens in such a way, of course, it could happen gradually in degrees, but there's also the possibility that meteorically everyone could jump in all at once and that price could go up exponentially, meteorically. These are all possibilities. Of course, we will keep our eyes on the catalyst. We'll keep our eyes on the movements within the market. And then we'll know a little bit more as we continue to do our research and stay privy and abreast of these different situations. It says the direction of the general markets is the major determinant of most assets price movements. Nonetheless, some assets may surge higher than others during a bull run due to unique sentiments within the community. Similarly, unique negative sentiments can push an asset further down in a bear market. That's very true. We've seen that a myriad of times. The response of the crypto community to the Ripple case has been metamorphosed from bearish to bullish following the onset. Okay, so then they go into some other things here. It's a very good article. They have a few more sections here. Head over to zcrypto.com. Check them out. They're doing a great job. This is a tremendous article. Actually, there's a lot more to this. Now, that leads me to something I was talking about a few videos back. Now, if you remember a few videos back, I was saying how I believe that, you know, in the next bull run and the next uptick for Quant, which Quant has been doing a great job, by the way, that Quant could possibly reach, I think I said $150. That was where I thought it could reach. That's nowhere near, and that's nowhere near the price I believe Quant can reach in the future. I'm not going to put my number out there. It will blow your mind, by the way. But I believe that it could reach $150 if it continues this push, right? It, of course, it's down today, but markets have been volatile, and we're never sure when the next run is going to be. But I believe it would be $150. Now, look at this. And a true analyst, a professional analyst says, this is from CoinGate.com, says, emerging patterns. We call it good here, don't we? Emerging patterns may push QNT price to $156. We've made some good calls on this channel. Oh, yes, we have. And that's without technical analysis. We're just looking at the catalyst. We're looking at the data. Well, you know, to be fair, I know what Quant has done in the future. Then I'm taking into account circulating supply. I do see how much people are interested in Quant, and most of the people that get into Quant, they understand the high price that it can go, so they're going to hold a little bit. You know, they're going to shave a little off the top, take some profits, for sure. I believe people are going to do that. I personally, I'm not playing with my Quant. That's just what I'm doing. No, I'm not selling my Quant. I'm not taking profit. I don't play with the bank coins at all. Not a single one of them. That's just how I'm doing. I'm not telling you to do that, okay? But I think most people are going to hold at least a good sized bag of Quant, even if they are taking profit. So it's going to make it very hard for that price to go down again. And I don't think people want to miss out on when or if, because there's no guarantees, not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but when or if the price does explode, they don't want to miss out. So yeah, they're going to hold a good sized bag of Quant, even though they're going to probably sell some and take profit, but it's going to make it very hard for that price to go down and very easy later for that price to go up, as there's more holders who understand the utility of Quant and why it can be so powerful. It can make such a powerful move. Let's read this little tidbit here. It says the QNT price showed a sharp trend reversal as it bounced back from the $42.5, $42, let's say $43 support on June 18th. It was $43 on June 18th. Think about that for a moment and look at what the price is now. And this is in a bear market. Thus, the V-shaped recovery displayed a steady march towards the north, gaining 212% within the past 2 months. Furthermore, under the influence of an inverted head and shoulder pattern, the altcoin should surpass the $156 mark. Of course, they have a lot more to this article here. They go in pretty deep on this analysis. If you want to read a little bit more, head over to CoinGate.com. They're doing a great job over there. I love Quant. I love what they're doing. I love it. When you get in deep with the banks, Alpha Neem is going to be there. Understand? I want the money. I'm here for the money. Every day we're working hard to get to that money. All right. And there's not a day that we're going to take off from trying to get that money. Even some days, off days are just very, very light days. So maybe we peruse a little bit of news or something like that, but we're still getting to the money. Everything about it is keeping ourselves in a state of homeostasis balance, right? Where we are at our optimal capabilities or abilities, however you want to put that. And so we're able to, at all times, make a little bit more money with each day, get a little closer to having the opportunity to invest in something that could explode. So we put in a lot of hard work so that it pays off. Other people won't see the hard work that you pay in, and they don't need to. What matters is the actual result. So let's continue on here. So now I want to bring this article up, and it's titled Algorand. Algorand's price, in my humble opinion, is going to explode. I called it before, I'm calling it again. And I mean that in all seriousness. And I think it could take off faster than most. This is one of the reasons why. They're always at the forefront of technology and innovation. Algorand, pioneering Falcon post-quantum technology on blockchain. Do you know how powerful this is? Let's jump into this. Let's read a little bit of this. What is a quantum computer? I'm glad they put this here because most people don't understand quantum computing. You can go over at IBM, at least IBM.com used to have good sections on quantum computing. That's where I used to stay updated on quantum computing. And at that time last year and up until early this year, I believe IBM was at the forefront of building quantum computing processors and such. All right, so if you want more information, you can go over there, but this is very good. What is a quantum computer? Computing is pervasive in modern life. But did you know there's an entirely new category of computer called quantum computers that are being actively developed by some of the world's leading computer scientists at places like Google and IBM? I just said IBM, right? Okay, so now you have it confirmed. IBM is at the front. Quantum computers differ from classical computers in that they utilize quantum mechanics or exotic physics in order to achieve an exponential leap in processing power by exploiting quantum parallelism. That's something you want to look up also, okay? Listen, all of this will explain one of the reasons why actually Algorand's price might go a little bit higher than I was anticipating before. It might go a little bit higher, all right? But we'll stay up on this and keep up to date. How does quantum computing challenge cryptography? Thanks to quantum parallelism, quantum computers may efficiently solve the mathematical problems we currently use to provide us with cryptographic security. More specifically, modern cryptographic algorithms rely on assumptions that certain mathematical problems are simply too hard for a classical computer to solve in a reasonable amount of time. This is something they've been dealing with for quite some time. Like, you would be surprised the limitations of the current computing systems. But I think almost everybody out there that deals heavily with computers understands this, right? That quantum computing is going to solve a myriad of problems and make a lot of things a lot easier and faster and stronger. Like, everything's going to get better. In my humble opinion, from what I've read, all right? Mathematical problems such as factoring large numbers or solving a discrete logarithm. Quickly solving these types of problems is what quantum computers do best. So they pose an existential threat to many of the current cryptographic standards in general and to blockchain in particular. Although exactly when the quantum advent will occur is a topic of much debate. They're making a heavy push right now. Just know that over the next, I anticipate over the next 5 years, quantum computing will make a splash, but we'll keep up to date on that. We need to act now in order to be prepared to deal with this emergent threat. Falcon to the rescue. I'm gonna pound it on my desk. I'm getting excited. Sorry about that. Falcon to the rescue. To counter the emergence of quantum computers, NIST, the U.S. Institute of Standards and Technology, ran a global competition to entice the brightest minds in the field to develop cryptographic algorithms that are secure against quantum attacks. The competition was fierce. Over 50 different algorithms were entered as candidates by cryptographers and scientists around the world. After nearly 6 years of rigorous cryptanalysis, inspection, and testing, a handful of algorithms were selected as winners of this competition, and were announced recently, meaning we finally have cryptographic standards which should be quantum secure. Algorand, keep doing a great job. Like, listen, They are one of the absolute best companies out there. And I greatly respect them and appreciate them. And they're one of the companies that shows a lot of respect to those individuals that show support to them. Before the NIST announcement, Algorand had already selected Falcon as its choice to provide quantum security to the Algorand blockchain. Indeed, the Algorand team had previously played a pioneering role in the technological history that led to Falcon and felt confident in its strength. Falcon's characteristics. As one might expect, the process of designing and implementing a cryptographic algorithm is highly technical work, and it becomes even more challenging when building an algorithm that needs to be quantum secure. Characteristics that one may take for granted with classical cryptographic algorithms are sometimes an order of magnitude more difficult to achieve in a quantum context. This forces typical quantum secure schemes to trade efficiency for security. You see, that's key. Not an easy choice. Ideally, a quantum secure algorithm should enjoy characteristics such as, first bullet point, having a small key and signature size whilst remaining secure. Second bullet point, being fast enough for classical computers to both use and verify even on a phone. Third bullet point, being flexible so that the algorithm enjoys longevity. These are the very characteristics enjoyed by Falcon and are in fact the reasons which Falcon emerged victorious in an NIST competition. Falcon's use within Algorand. Every blockchain would benefit from a quantum safe digital signature scheme, and we are proud to have it on our blockchain. In addition, Algorand will use Falcon signatures in a variety of applications. In particular, they underlie state proofs, the latest technological achievement of the Algorand blockchain. State proofs enable the Algorand blockchain to interoperate in a decentralized way with other blockchains and prevent quantum computers, whenever they may emerge, from retroactively forking the chain. Talk about preemptive measures. Man, Algorand is unbelievable. I'm very excited about their future. Let's move on here and we'll close out with a little bit of Celo news. And now remember, Celo also is one of our coins that went parabolic. Whoo, it went from like $2 when we first started talking about it, $2, $2.50, somewhere around there. Then it went like to $8 or $10. It was something like that. People make some good gains, but the volatility of Celo is very, very good. And also has a lot to do with the circulating supply for a bank coin. It doesn't have a high circulating supply. So now Celo released this tweet here that had an article linked to it. This article is on medium.com and is titled "Good Ghosting Hodl Pool V2." You already know this is going to be about hodl pool. It says, by far one of the most requested new features for Good Ghosting V2 has been a hodl pool. This requires only one deposit, but rewards you to hold for the long term. We are excited to not only listen, but also deliver. On August 17, 2022, our first ever hodl pool is launching. In case you're wondering what hodl is, it means hold on for dear life. I like that. And that's exactly what you'll be doing in this pool. Hodl pools are designed for more volatile tokens that you believe have a good future. This pool helps you avoid panic selling and when there's dips in the market, or cashing out too early when there's some positive movement. Lock in your tokens with a single deposit for 3 months. Sit back and enjoy the ride with a good ghosting community for better or worse. Another great benefit of a hodl pool and with good ghosting in general is that whether the token goes up or down in value, you'll earn yield on your deposit. So if you've got Celo tokens sitting in your wallet anyway and plan on keeping them, why not make some extra yield on it with us? Okay, so listen, the way I look at this is if you have a ton of people doing things like this with a token that already can explode, and we all know Celo can explode, and they're pretty much staking, just holding these particular coins en masse, what does it do to that price, right? Especially in the next bull run. That's when I'm really thinking about it. In that next bull run, when people are buying up all of these bank coins like their lives depend on it, what does it do to that price? So I keep things like this in mind, right? Knowing how easily something like Celo can take off like a rocket. And I think this is very good in my humble opinion. We'll keep an eye on this and just see how this works out, but it's very interesting. So now that you have that information, what are you going to do with it? Hey, if you guys are are members on the channel, make sure you're heading over to that community tab and scrolling down. I posted a few documents last night and I believe one today. I think they're very impactful. Give them a read if you should choose. Okay, if you should choose. But just don't forget that your materials are over there in the community section. Just scroll down, you'll see it there on my channel, okay? And I appreciate every single person out there that's a member on this channel. And also I appreciate every single person out there who gives a super thanks. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate every single one of you. We'll continue to work hard on this channel and continue to try to do well. So now that you have that information, what are you going to do with it? I know what I'm going to do with it. So until next time, let's get to the money.